If you live in a dry or dusty climate, you probably already know an air purifier can help.
But all too often, air purifiers are, well, kind of ugly and often way too big.
I found a new air purifier that I'm actually happy to have on display in my home. Meet the Kama Love air purifier.
In this review, I'm going to try it out here in my home. I'll see if it improves the air, how quiet it is, plus I'll show you the multiple ways you can place it in your home. And I devised a bit of a test that seems to show me if it's actually working. I'll wrap things up with the pros and the cons and let you know if I think it would be a good pick for your home. A quick thank you to Kama for sponsoring this review. While the company is paying me for my time, it hasn't told me what I have to say or what I can't say, so you can consider these thoughts my own.
What is Kama Love? This is a 3-stage air purifier designed to look good in modern spaces. Designed in Denmark and made in Korea, the purifier is one of the few I've reviewed that marries both form and function well. So well, it's been featured by the Museum of Modern Art's MoMA design store.
A big problem with air purifiers is that they can take up way too much space, plus they can be boxy and unattractive, taking away from your room rather than adding to it.
Kama Love is slim, sleek, and compact with a geometric grille on the front that gives it visual interest, and it's got so many options for placing it, which we'll get to. At about 17 by 13 by 3 inches, the purifier is really low profile and it's quite lightweight too. At just under 8 pounds, it weighs way less than Rainy. Kama Love is the ideal small space solution. On the front is the all-in-one button next to a subtle LED display. The all-in-one button will turn on or adjust modes with a short press, while a long press will shut it off. The display will show you the fan speed as well as your particle reading, and a secondary readout bar to the right of the LEDs shows you at a glance with color how the air quality in the room is, from blue to green, then yellow to red. Amazingly, that display will flip from vertical to horizontal by itself too if you switch the placement. The filter is cleverly hidden in the sides of the device, secured by magnetic covers. A laser particle detector is what sees what's in the air and shows it on the readout. Kama Love uses a triple filter with 3 types of filtration. It has a carbon filter, HEPA filter, and a pre-filter to trap particles, and the company says it removes 99.9% of ultrafine particles. Despite the purifier's small size, it can purify larger spaces too. Independent testing shows it covers a maximum of about 650 square feet, or about 300% of the average primary bedroom. It also works quickly, taking air from in the red to true blue in about 16 to 26 minutes, depending on the size of your space.
Kama recommends the 2 filters be replaced at minimum once a year and every 6 months if you use it in a kitchen or a workspace that sees higher particle levels. New filters are available from Kama's website or on Amazon for about $49 for a 2-pack, which is about half the cost of the filters for bigger name brands.
One of the features I found really appealing about this purifier is the many options for placement. You can use the gallery-style stand to set it on the floor or on a tabletop, either vertically or horizontally. This means it can much more easily integrate into your space. That beautiful 4-legged stand comes apart for storage and assembles easily with its elegant narrow legs, and it simply clicks into place and releases just as easily, so your Love can lean delicately and casually. Despite the lightness of this display option, it's a very sturdy stand that keeps it from tipping over. The other option you have is to hang it on the wall, again either vertically or horizontally, and a special grooved channel in the back lets the cord lay seamlessly beneath it, so the purifier will sit flat on the wall, almost like a piece of art. If you'd like to use the wall-mounted option, all the hardware and accessories you need are helpfully included in the package. The small metal mounting bracket feels solid and sturdy and attaches to any wall with the included screws. The ability to hang it either vertically or horizontally means it can fit onto very narrow walls or wider spaces, and since the flat power cable fits neatly into that groove at the back, the installation looks professional and clean. If you have a tough time sleeping with a motor or fan running, you're going to love the night mode setting, which brings the already quiet operation to an even lower level of just 32 decibels. This is truly whisper quiet, and from my testing, it would wake neither adults nor babies. Night mode also dims the lights on the display too.
To the big question you all no doubt have, does this work? One of the tough things about reviewing an air purifier is that I'm not a microbiologist and I don't have access to be able to test the air in my home before and after. I can only share my personal experience. But of course, I did find a way to do a simple test. Now, during my review period, we've been staying in a pretty dry desert-like environment, and I've noticed a lot of dust in the air, leading to things like dry eyes and noses. Husband Roger also has allergies too, which often kick up here. I can say that since we've been running the Kama Love in the bedroom, we've both been sleeping a lot easier.
I also found a way to see the Kama Love in action. I burned some paper and leaves nearby. Almost immediately, the purifier seemed to detect the smoke particles, with the readout rising rapidly into the red. After a few minutes, the smoke was sucked in and the levels dropped back to a more comfortable level.
Overall, I have to say I am in love with this purifier. If I'm judging the book by its cover, it gets top marks for both its elegant Danish design and its small space integration.
This purifier also scores big for its great versatility of setup options, from elegantly leaning on its stand to being able to be wall-mounted easily anywhere. Plus, it's so quiet it won't disrupt your house. With a 3-layer filtration system that uses a pre-filter, HEPA, and carbon filters, it's designed to remove fine particles as well as odors too, so it's not just a pretty package, it's a hard worker as well.
Those are all the pros. What about the cons? The only thing I can think of is that those who are hoping to purify the air in much larger spaces may not find this ideal. For me, though, it works well, looks fantastic, and after having it for about 2 weeks, I can definitely recommend it to you. You can learn more about this on Kama's website, where you can also pick one up. You can also find these now on Amazon.